Okay, so here we are again. Like this is Laurent again, and we're now with David from Airbourne as well. Like who came all the way from Australia, even if actually he came all the way from London 2 days ago.
Yeah, came all the way from Australia about 6 months ago. Yeah,
But let's pretend he came from down under, you know.
yeah.
So how are you doing?
Yeah, doing good. A bit run down, a bit tired, but we've been pretty busy, so we're allowed to be tired.
Okay, cool. So before talking like your actual gear, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Like, so yeah, first of all, you're playing alongside Joel, who is like doing singing, guitar, rhythm guitar, and lead stuff, But it seems like, do you have like kind of a role a la Malcolm Young, in AC/DC in a way, like where you have to be really tight with the bass and drums, really locked in, like to maintain the foundation of the band,
Yeah, absolutely. That is my job as a rhythm guitarist, and for our type of rock and roll, which is, it's very raw driven sort of rock, it is very influenced by AC/DC. So I play my job is to be very locked into the drums and just be in time and just keep the machine, hold the fort. And sort of, just sometimes Joel won't play a verse while he's singing. He'll just sort of chuck the guitar on his back and then just be a front man for a verse. So it's definitely my job to just keep that wall of sound there and keep it tight.
Yeah. And then you can do whatever stuff. You can be hanging up by his feet and all stuff, and you back him up.
That's
on
right.
every occasion.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of there's a little bit of ad-libbing and going on stage where if Joel goes off to smash a can on his head in certain songs, there's definitely we sort of build it up as the rhythm section. Our job is to, and particularly me on the guitar, is I try to play to what he's doing and just build that up and build it up until it gets crazy, and then the can explodes, and then we bring it down again. So there's lots of up and down sort of energy going on as well.
Okay, and on guitar playing itself, on the guitar parts itself, like, is it like you guys are playing the same stuff, like to get this big wall of sound, like you said, or do you harmonize things differently, Or?
Not massively. Some songs more than others. Some songs we're pretty the same. I'm a lot more just big open chord type of style of playing and just keeping it big sounding and keeping it just tight. And Joel will, if I'm doing a more sort of a chunky riff and keeping it tight, Joel might sort of let his chords ring over that. So there's a small dynamic there going on with the guitars. Some songs more than others, and some songs it just requires just dual guitar wall of sound sort of action.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna talk guitar actually. So you guys definitely have love for Gibson guitars, You're using a lot of Explorer too.
Yes,
just like Joel do, So yeah, but you're using Explorer, SGs, but it seems you got no love for Les Paul in Airbourne, right?
We do love them. We just don't feel like it's the right sort of look for the band. We might bring one out for a song down the track, but the Explorer from the start has always been that's just our look. It's our sort of. It's like our,
aggressive look, type of looking at it.
Yeah, it's just it suits the band, and we sort of discussed that in the early days. It's like we need a guitar that's going to be like, you look at Angus Young, his signature guitar is the SG, or Malcolm the Gretsch, and certain bands have their signature guitars. We wanted to look for that, and we just thought what would suit our energy and the type of band we are. So I thought let's get Explorers, and we just fell in love with them straight away and thought this is the look for the band. And I used to use SGs for some songs, and I used to even use a 335. For Dom in the Rough. That was quite a few years ago now, and then eventually I just wanted to make it I just want to use Explorers throughout the whole set. I'll change different guitars for different tunings, but it's just a look of the band. But we might change it up down the track on another album and maybe bring a Les Paul in, or I might even bring the 335 back just for a song. Just for the love of playing guitars and changing guitars,
And do you have like a lot of Explorer like yourself? Like Joel has at least 2, I think, but you also have a couple one.
Yeah, for the show I have 4.
4. Yeah.
So I have my main black one, which does the majority of the set, and then I have one for the down tune songs for Dom in the Rough or Back in the Game and Breaking Out of Hell, which we're doing on this set. So I have a guitar that needs to be just tuned for that tuning, and then a spare one for that tuning in case you happen to break a string during the set or it goes out of tune. And then I also have a spare main one as well to back up my main guitar. And I switched to that one for certain songs as well because it's slightly different sound. Some songs I might want to that I want a bit more of a cleaner tone, just a more bigger, hard hitting sort of almost like a Malcolm's tone, I guess. And then some songs require just a bit more gain, and they just have that natural sound of the guitar. So I change out for certain songs.
Okay, you are talking like a different tuning. So you have some guitar like which has E standard, and some other one like what is the other tuning?
Well, Dom in the Rough. So that song, or Breaking Into Hell, that's tuned a whole step down. So everything's not D tuned. Everything's tuned down a whole step down a D. But everything's E standard. But this album, there's a half a step down just to make things bloody awkward.
E flat, so yeah.
But sort of, it's actually, instead of 440 standard, it's 432. So it's like, is that above halfway? Yeah, it's like in between. It used to be what standard tuning was a long, long time ago until they changed it to 440. If that makes sense. And if you listen to some of the old albums like Highway to Hell, that has that. They're that tuning. And some other rock bands, I think the Angels, they played in that tuning a lot as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as string goes, what are you guys using? You know,
D'Addario.
Yeah.
I've been using D'Addario for quite a few years.
And what gauge?
I normally go. I've gone down a gauge just lately, but like on this tour. But I was on 13 to 56, quite heavy.
Okay.
But good for rhythm, just
13 56 in standard.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
But I've gone down a gauge down. What's that say? 12 to 54, I think.
Yeah, and I was with that. Yeah.
So,
like the red one.
Yeah, I still had a wound. I used to have a wound G instead of just a plain white G. But that's what I use in the studio. It's just great for rhythm. It's big sounding and it holds its tune. Doesn't go out of tune very much. But for any bands that double up as soloing as well as rhythm, well, good luck trying to do string bends on real thick strings because they're pretty solid. But it's great for my sound. So.
Okay, and you use the same string for the one step down, from the D standard stuff as well.
Yeah, all same.
But it's still like a good tension,
It's
not floppy at all.
No, that's not floppy. We're not down to C or anything like that, or crazy.
Yeah, as far as guitar pickup goes, are you using the stock pickups on your Gibson one, or
no, all customed. So been using Seymour Duncan for years. The majority of my pickups are 59, the classic Seymour Duncan 59 pickup. Great classic pickup. It's got a they're a great lead pickup, great rhythm pickup. You always get a good tone. And I've tried different pickups over the years, and I've always seemed to come back to that and stick with the 59 in the Seymour Duncan. I do have a filter. I did have a Filtertron pickup put in one of my Explorers just to change things up a bit.
Yeah.
And, just for a couple of songs, I just want a real clean tone, so I went and got the Filtertron in one. But other than that, it's mainly 59s for me.
Okay. And so also like Joel, like more vintage output kind of
Joel's,
I
don't know what he uses. He's got a couple of different things going on.
I think it always 59 as well.
Yeah. No, he uses a couple of different things.
and so after the guitar, are you using any kind of pedal board or
no pedals? Just all guitar with the right pickup and the right amp and the right speakers and the right cabs. Sometimes I use an EQ pedal. But I don't. I have that behind my amp and my Guitar Tech mic. Sometimes I'll get my tone as good as I get it on the amp, and sometimes I just want to boost that a little bit more, like you do in the studio when you're recording. You just give it a bit more mids or high mids, or it needs that little bit more. So I'll just fine tune it even better on the EQ pedal, and that's a great little thing I use.
Okay, so you got an EQ pedal at least, yeah.
So, but it's not an effect or anything. It's just
it's still a pedal, yeah. It's still
but. Very rare. That only comes out every now and again. If you're playing, mainly use it when we're hiring gear. If we have to fly in to do a show somewhere and we've had to hire gear.
When you have to tweak an amp, you don't know to get that sound.
You can't get your right sound, so that's perfect for them sort of situations. But other than that, when I've got my own back line, I know what tone I'm getting every night. So
you know where you're going.
Yeah,
you get your own stuff. Yeah,
I'm safe there.
And by the way, we're talking live, and you mentioned the studio thing. Are you using usually the same rig live in the studio as well, or
on every album's different? Depending on the nature of the room and what sounds we're chasing. On this album, it was pretty much the same stuff. I had a Wizard, my Wizard head, my Modern Classic Mark II going through Wizard cab, and just some Marshalls and Marshall cabs going on as well. So just mixed sounds going there. But it was pretty similar to what we use live. Yeah.
Okay, and so you get a lot of heads on stage, so they're all on, all the time. Like you get like Joey told us you get 6 heads. Like 2 broken at the moment, but so you're running that much head as well.
Yeah. We run depending on the size of the stage for that day, but obviously festival stages, the whole backline comes out on dollies and they just roll off the truck on the stage. Everything's on. We have our main head that gets mic'd up for the PA, and that's our main one that we sort of pull our tone, and then the rest of all the other stacks are run at different levels. Sometimes Joel will run through one of my outside stacks, and I'll run through one of Joel's outside stacks because we crisscross the stage a bit.
Yeah, so you can hear yourself like everywhere on stage. Yeah, right.
But we only tend to do that on a really wide stage where we've got all the backline up there, and so,
for massive arenas and festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so what do you have as far as head goes? You know, like you mentioned like Wizard, like which is some kind of like Marshall a bit, like kind of same voicing.
Well, yeah, I mean Wizards are Canadian made. They're all hand wide and handmade. They're a really great head, and so I've been using them now for a few years. So yeah, I still use them, and I use Marshalls as well. So the bulk of my sound is the Wizard, also with. I use the JCM 800s by Marshall, and I've also got a DSL up there, 2000. Mm-hmm. They're a great. One of my favourite heads is the Marshall DSL.
Yeah, the modern one.
Yeah, that's just a great sounding head. You know, like it's the head that can do everything, I reckon, and it's just got such a good sound, rhythm sound, and a good lead sound. So if we're, like I was saying before, if we're flying somewhere like where we can't take all our backline, we have to hire gear. I'll always try and just hire a dual super lead 2000 because I know that's going to do the job.
Yeah.
So, but it's mainly 800s, DSLs, and Wizard, the modern classic Wizards. They're all sort of my heads going along the top.
Okay. And which way do you dial like these amps? Like, do you have any favorite type of EQ? You know, with the bass mid or the treble? You know, gain and like.
The Wizards are pretty. The great thing about a Wizard, if our sound guy's having trouble with, like, if we have a stupid dB limit that we're battling with in a certain place, if we're cranked on stage and our sound guy goes, I need you to come back just to dial. The Wizards sound really good, even if they're running on 3. Mm-hmm. You know, I normally get up on around 4. They're like they're just so much volume, and you have tone at a low volume already. I mean, I don't like going under 3 very much because you lose all that, but they have so much output and so much good tone. Around the 4 and 5 mark, they're great. You know, there's no need to go up to Spinal Tap 11. Yeah, because it'll just be noise with no tone. You know, it'll just be crazy. But it's just
and too loud. Yeah.
I sort of run around that. Yeah, but the Wizards normally it's not the kind of head where you'd have everything sort of on 10 and one thing, you know, mids on sort of 5, and it's all pretty. I mean, like when you get in...
You get a lot of tone from the preamp as well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like in most modern amplifier anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Like I guess like your GMP, you have... I don't even know if you get a gain control on your GMP. Sometimes it's just the volume.
On Joel use the GMP, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Sometimes you only have the volume to push and no gain.
Well, actually, on the Wizard, the modern classic, it's got a pull switch. So it's what I love about that. It's 2 channels, rhythm channel and a lead channel. It's just a basic type amp. I don't like amps that have got all these multiple channels. I just like some basic. That's why I love the 800s, and I love these Wizards. And but on the rhythm channel, it's super clean. And then if you just pull it out, the rhythm, it gives it a bit more gain.
Yeah.
And same with the lead. You can pull that out, and you got super gain, but that's always way too much for my tone.
Yeah.
But I mean, but like any amp, if I'm using a new amp or I've had to hire an amp where I've had to hire one, you just start with everything on the middle. You know, halfway, and then just dial from there, see where you go. But normally, if it's a good enough amp, you don't have to go too crazy with things pinned that way and things backed off that way. If it's a good enough head, normally the tone's there, you know, without trying to have anything too drastically changed on your settings.
Okay. And so and level wise, like you say like some are like push, some other like less push, like so it's a blending, but there's always some heads you're gonna hear more than the other, like
absolutely,
but you do like this blending on purpose, I guess, like
well, it's particularly people up the front, the very front of our show, you're going to get a lot of those cabs that are belting down to that head height, so they're going to get they're going to get a mix of all the amp tones up there, but nothing's drastically, you know, everything's pretty much trying to match each other on stage. You know, I won't have a lead channel pulled on that amp going through that cab and then a rhythm channel pulled on that one, have all these different tones. It's all, you know, trying to get it all matched there. But I just give my two cabs that get mic'd up for the PA, they just gets that little bit more attention and dialed in, or I might be just run that little bit more louder for the PA.
Okay, and talking about cabs, like, are you using like any specific speaker?
All Celestion speakers.
Yeah. Also the greenback, like Joel, or are you using another brand?
I actually can't. I've changed them a lot lately. I'm using a whole heap of different, like vintage 25s and 30s.
Vintage 30.
I got a mix of sort of quite a few, but it's all Celestion.
Okay.
Brand, but yeah. Celestion.
Okay.
So yeah.
So between the greenback, the vintage 30, like, maybe the most popular too. I mean, Marshall cab stocks, they came with the J12 T75, I guess, the one you are having, but you probably changed it,
we've done a lot of speaker changes like lately, so that's why I'm not currently right up with what's in there, but I know I do have a mix of 25s and there's a vintage 25s and 30s, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but it's all Celestians. I do have greenbacks as well. But,
okay. And you say you got 30 watts as well? It must be like G12H30 maybe.
I'm not sure. I'll take you up there. We'll rip the back off a couple, and then I'll show you.
Okay. And about the miking, like, do you like to use any specific microphone to get to the PA, or is it up to
that's
installed in the venue? Yeah,
that's our front of house guy. He knows what he needs best for him to get out the best sound that he needs out front. So. Yeah, I'm not sure what he uses exactly, but that's all sort of we leave that up to Mark, our front of house guy.
Okay.
So that trust is in his department.
Okay. Is there anything else you're using, or did we wrap up the whole thing? Like, beside that, do you have any other elements in your signal chain?
No, I'm a really boring guitarist actually. No. I'm just old school guitar plugged into an amp and a cab, and I don't have any big boards full of pedals or anything. It's just I just have the right amps. That's all I need for my type. You know, we're old school style rock and roll, and I don't need whiz bang pedals and things like that. I just
but it's cool. Like you're mastering the way to like this good old fashioned crunch, like typical Marshall thing, like
exactly. Yeah,
and, you do it well.
Gibson Marshall, Wizard through
proven combination.
Yeah, that's right. Tried and
recording a lot of classics for sure. Okay, so thank you, David. Thanks for your time. Have a nice show tonight, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks very much. Looking forward to it. It was great to talk to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.